Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So before we start the topic today, I want to tell you guys a story. But the topic of today's video is the person that you are having, or the people that you are having in your life, is important for your growth, for your ups and your downs. Let me tell you a story about the books that I read. It calls Outliers. I believe the author is Malcolm Gladwell. So in chapter 7 of this book, there is a study about plane crash in Korea in between, I believe, 1970 to 1990, right? On those separate crash, maybe there's a 17 or 18, right? I did some research online, and they find out that the important thing about the cultural influence of the pilot and the co-pilot, or people are in the plane, managing the plane, because of the crash happen again and again, right, so frequently, so there must be some problems that causing them, right? And then fast forward to the story, they find out that the culture of the Koreans, right, they are very respectful with their elders or people that are higher ranking than them. For example, the captain, right? He represents like power, he's at the top. And then the co-pilot will be, when the problems happen, where there's something that need to address, the co-pilot will be less confident in want to convey that problem to the captain because of, cultural influences that influence their mind. Like they've been programmed to listen to the elders, respect the elders, and as a result, the captain don't take things seriously because of the co-pilot, the way he convey the problems of the plane, right? Maybe there's something that is going on that is not right, but he failed to communicate the importance of that problem. And that makes like the main problem of the plane crash is that thing, okay? And then also some of the reason, like lack of sleep, right? Tiredness of the captain, right? Because of the pressure of the society or the company has put on the captain. Maybe he's tired, maybe he's on too long of the shift, but he holds the frame of the captain, right? He has to do this, he has to fly the plane, even that he's not in a good condition. So in all that and other small causes, it causes the plane crash more frequently than other country. And they compare it to the style they communicate and the way they communicate with the ATC, which is like air control. Like, okay, I want to bring out this like Asian thing. Okay, sometimes we are not really convincing enough when we want to speak out with something. the importance of it. We don't have that confidence. And that makes the other side of the people that we want to communicate the issue don't really take things seriously, because they can't really feel that importance that we're trying to communicate. And here comes for today's lesson that I learned from that chapter of the book, Outliers. Like, we all kind of have these problems, especially you are brought up in Asian or East Asian. I don't care what it is, but I want to address this. If you have a strong bond with your families, this probably happened to you, that you don't really confident with your words, because you think that you have to listen to the one which is have the name superior than you. And when you second guess yourself, it is hard for you to really excel in what you do, because you always second thought, right, of your capability, because of the influences that you have within your family. Like, they kind of affect you long term, because since you were a kid, you've been programmed to think that, okay, when adults say this, this means that they are right. And we can't really fight back. We can't really convey our truth. Like, sometimes there's something that we are feeling towards, like, okay, I need to say this because this is wrong. But with that programming that we had, it's very hard for us to be convincing to them. And that is the difference between education of Eastern and Western the people. But in some of the European country, they also have strong bonds. So the reason why that we can't really excel in something in our life is because that we don't have enough confidence. Okay, we have been programmed to listen, absorb, and not to talk back, not to voice out our thoughts and our feelings, which sometimes can be true and detrimental in some situation. Like, we need to solve this problem. And I began to think about this, how can I solve this problem? Because we all have been affected by this programming in some ways. Like, if you can resonate with the story, if you can get into yourself and ask yourself this question, am I being affected by the programming, the teaching of the elders or the superiors, the boss, that makes us the person that only follows the order, never ask question, never doubt about their decision, or never trying to improve what is already good. Right? We all have the thought of becoming better in life, right? But in some way, there's like a word that we can't get through and say it out, or even have the courage to voice out. All right, how can I solve this issue? So number one of the solution that I have think about is, like, we must guard our belief, our trust with our feeling, with our knowledge. Because, like, first you have to be invest in your knowledge, in the things that you know before you trying to convey, trying to tell the truth, trying to tell how important it is to this person that they need to do this or they need to do that. And that way is to guard your own feelings. Never ever let people shake your belief, your trust in things you do. Because when you got that feelings, you will slowly build out the confidence to say the things that you need to say, because it is important, because your existence is important. You learn the things that people don't learn. You feel the feeling that the other people don't feel. That's why you have a voice. That's why you are here. That's the reason. And you got that feeling. You don't let people penetrate that confidence, that knowledge that you have. And that's the way to, start telling the truth, your truth, the conviction, the intuition that you have. And the second thing is, what is this chapter is about? Cultural difference are going to affect the way we think, the way we talk, the way we convey the information. If you are shy with the things that you know, or you are unsure about the topics that you want to share, or the proposal that you want to present to your boss, you wasn't sure. Okay, cultural difference influence our thoughts and our confidence. So we have to get rid of that cultural influence that we have in our mind, which is the best way to say that we can do that in practice is try, right, next time when you try to convey your thoughts and your feelings, try to express it on the spot when you have that feeling. Don't restrict yourself, like, because of the pressure of the system that you are built in. Okay, the pressure of staying humble, staying respect, right, in very respectful self. Try not to get into that situation that, oh, I have to be respectful, oh, I have to act like this and that. Right? I know that we all tune to our environment. If you are in this video, you want to change the way you convey yourself, the way you talk, the way you feel about yourself. Right? That is to let go of your conditioning of your culture. Then when you try to convey it on the spot, when you try to say things on the spot, it changes your brain in some way. Okay, when you do it often enough, you will find that it's better to express yourself than to close out and restrict yourself when that time is necessary for you to speak up. For example, in your daily life, we are often very, very a yes person, as I can say. A yes person will be whatever people ask me to do, I wouldn't have second thought. I just say yes, yes, yes. But in some way, I was kind of destroying myself. I don't want to do it. But then I say yes because I want to please everyone. And that is the people pleaser mentality that I think most of us have. Like, we want to please people. That's not wrong, but when you do that too much, it's going to destroy you because you are not going to say no matter how hard it is for you. So learn how to say no if you feel like, no, I have something more to do. I have more important things to do. Like, in that way, you make yourself clear that you have boundary, you have things that you need to do before you help others. And that is kind of like unlink yourself, disconnect yourself from that cultural programming, conditioning that you have, as like you have your family given it to you, right? You have to unlink that. You have to break yourself free from that. And that's point number 2. Point number 3 will be find yourself an environment that you can grow yourself. What I mean is, what you really want to do in your life, you have to think very carefully. You have to ask yourself what you really want and spend time even alone to study it, to be good at it, in order to separate yourself from other people, right? That they don't share the same value, they don't share the same thought as you. Because the more you hang out with people that don't have the same mindset as you, you are going to fall back into the old programming, the old thoughts, because that is what they are. That is how they do things. They are never going to change themselves. But what you can do is, you have the awareness now, right? I want to change. And then you ask yourself, how can I change? And you end up here. You have to separate yourself. You have to feel lonely sometimes in order to learn the things that nobody else learn or do. Because only with that, we are going to jump out of that comfort zone, like the familiar zone that in some way provide us feeling of safety, feeling of togetherness, right? We want to feel that we are important. We want to be in a group. We want to be accepted. You want to separate from that comfort zone. Because what makes you different? When you think about what makes you different, is you do different things. Okay, you separate yourself from the other person that doesn't share the same value as you. And you have to protect that energy of you in order to achieve that goals that you want. It is important for you to separate yourself. Maybe your family or your friends that are used to be close to you is going to feel the difference. They are not feeling comfortable with that. It is okay to let go. Because at the end of the day, when you ask yourself, what is important for you? And who will be there for you when you move out? When you chasing your own dreams, you're doing the things that you love, right? Only you will be there for you. And the person that don't agree with your journey, they will often leave, they will often blame you because they think that this is not the person that I know anymore. But then let's look at long-term benefit of being yourself. Okay, I emphasize on this so many times. When you're being yourself long enough, you will find that you have character, you have the individuality that other people don't have. You don't want to please people anymore. You don't want to say yes because that person wants us to say yes. You will say yes because you think that there is a chance for me to grow, a chance for me to become better, a chance for me to get what I want. And only that I will going to do that thing. Or maybe I feel happy when I do the favor, or when you ask me to do something, I feel that I will be happy doing that for you. I'll do it, that's fine. But I don't ask anything in return. And that is the mindset that we all should have. It's not like, okay, Jenny, David, please help me to do this. If not, I will angry to you. I will feel that you are not my friend. And you give in to it, right? But your heart knows that you don't want that. You have better things to do, but you give in. You don't want to do that because it is hurting you. It is going to give you a hit of your self-esteem because you are not keeping your words. You are not loving yourself enough because the things that you have or you want to do is not important. It's not more important than what the other person asks you to do. Okay? Stay true to yourself. Stay true to what you want to do. And go and do your thing first. And there's a word, right? If you have enough, like, more will be given to you. And same as if you don't have, all will be taken from you. This is from Bible, but I use different words to describe the life around us. So when we don't have enough, people trying to take from us, all we feel is we want to get something back from them because we don't have enough in that area, in that particular area. We want something back, and then we hold on to that feeling, which is damaging because we expect, right? With real give or real love doesn't expect anything in return. And that is what I feel when I realize that the law of abundance is based on this principle. And I have to have that in me. In order for me not to want to get something from that person, I have to stay in my own power, right? I have to be consistent with myself, true to myself. Whatever it is important for me, I will do it first. And then after that, I will give the time and energy to serve others. And that changed my life. Because as a return, I can give more freely, right? And I don't expect anything. And that also makes me a happier person. So, I want to end this video here with this story I tell just now. If you learn something that is important and you think that, all right, from now on, I want to do this, right, to improve it. I want to get out of the comfort zone. I want to get out of my cultural influence that I have or has been programmed inside me. Like whatever that you are facing right now, comment below, okay, what you want to change in your life. And as that, right, will be your commitment to start something new. Because you have addressed that, like you have this problem, and how you're gonna do is, what is next? Like this problem, I will solve. I will put my effort into unprogram myself. Right? I would erase all the conditioning and start to be more true to myself. Alright guys, if you like this video, please help me by like and subscribe to my channel so that I can expand my YouTube channel and reach more people. I'm glad that if you can share with your friends. If you think that cultural influence is heavily ingrained in your or their family, and that makes them limit themselves of what they do. And realization, right, awareness of the problem is the first step towards really fix them and become better in our life. Alright guys, I will end this video here. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.